Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, the Revision Lab. Before we go any further, don't forget to like the video, share it with your colleagues, comment if you have questions, comments, subtractions, additions, they are most welcome here. And also, please guys, don't forget to give us feedback, especially when you have questions, and also to subscribe. Okay, so today we're gonna be looking at the second part of what I introduced in my previous video. I was introducing how we can express quadratic equations in the form, let's just say p bracket x plus q squared plus r. So I was explaining method inonzi expanding. So you expand this and then compare. What do we compare? Coefficients and constants at both the left hand side and the right hand side. Okay, so today I'm going to go over the same process again, that is to express this quadratic equation, quadratic function f of x in this form where a is not equal to 0, because if a becomes 0, then we are left with bx plus c. So it's only true, what we are going to discuss is only true if a is not equal to 0. So firstly, number one, we are going to express f of x in the form p bracket x plus q squared plus r. This is an exam type of question. Then after that, we are going to show how this f of x, when it's equal to 0, can reduce to x equal to minus b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So basically it's the derivation of that equation using this method of expanding and comparing coefficients and then solve for x, right? Yes, so let's just take note of that. Derivation of x equal to negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac, all that over 2a. So I'm going to give you an understanding of how we get here. All right, so let's go. So for starters, we are saying f of x wedu ngati mu represent in this form. Naika. So we said in our last lesson, the first step would be to expand. We expand the desired form to no expander chacho chatanzi isa function in that form yoyo tinoitora expander kusvika yafanana ne function of x yacho yapiwa. Then kana tadaro tozotanga kucompare ma coefficients are x, squared, tozocompare ma constants. So what do we mean? Coefficients of x squared in this case, we are talking about a, coefficients of x, b, then constant c, right? So let us go. So firstly we expand this. So p bracket x plus q squared plus r. This means p bracket x squared plus 2qx plus q squared plus r. So left hand side is equal to px squared plus 2pqx plus pq squared plus r. So once tawana at this form, now we need to compare my coefficients need the function of x. So in this case, tributi susu ax squared plus bx plus c irufana upinda in this form, which when expanded it is this thing, and it's so px squared plus 2pqx plus pq squared plus r. So let us compare my coefficients are x squared first. So ku left hand side coefficient are x squared ndi a, ku right hand side ndi p. So in other words, what it means is p is equal to a. Let us compare my coefficients are x. Ku left hand side tina b, right? Ku right hand side tina 2pq. Then p we know value yake in the a, so we want to solve for q. So q becomes b over 2a. Then we want to also solve for constants. Constants. So on the left hand side, constants tina c is equal to right hand side tina pq squared plus r, right? So c is equal to a bracket q squared is b over 2a squared plus r. So if you want to solve for r, r then becomes c minus a b squared, all that over 2a squared, right? So our r then simply becomes c minus b squared, all that over 2a. Sorry, I made a mistake, Panap. Okay, let me just correct it right away. But we expand upon up. So that our r is equal to c minus a b squared over 4a squared. So our r becomes c minus b squared over 4a. So this is it. This is our value for r. So now we need to expand this in this form. So since tani value ya p, ya q, near r, we can now substitute. So that means ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to, what is our p? Our p is equal to a bracket x plus b. Our b, x plus q, which is b over 2a squared plus r. This is our r. This is our r. So it becomes plus c minus b squared over 4a. So this is the form that has been requested. So yeah, this is the requested form, right? So this part, so we are now going to the second part, which is the derivation. The derivation of g of this equation, of this formula, So this formula derive under the condition f of x is equal to 0. So if f of x is equal to 0, that means 0 is equal to a bracket x plus b over 2a squared plus c minus b squared over 4a. So tikaendesa is the other side, you know the drill, so it becomes b squared over 4a minus c is equal to a bracket x plus b over 2a squared. So let's unify this under one common denominator. 4a into 4a is 1 times b squared minus 1 into 4a is 4a times c, 4ac. This is equal to a bracket x plus b over 2a squared. Right, then at this position we want to solve for x, right? Yes, so we divide both sides by a. So that means b squared minus 4ac over 4a divided by a. Then kana taku, taku visa division sign, teacher multiplication sign becomes multiplied by 1 over a is equal to x plus b over 2a. All this is squared. So this then becomes b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared equal to x plus b over 2a squared. Put our square root signs, right? So this side, square root yedu, we know square root of a over b is around square root of a over square root of b. So b squared minus 4ac over 2a is equal to, so this becomes plus or minus. You understand how that works, Andy? Yes. So pan-up becomes x plus b over 2a. We are now solving for x. So solving for x plus b over 2a is equal to plus or minus b squared over 4ac, all that over 2a. So then becomes x is equal to negative b over 2a plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So our x then becomes, we put this under a common denominator, 2a into 2a1 times negative b plus or minus square root 2a into 2a, you know the drill, right? So at this point to derive this formula. If you have any questions as to how this was done or any particular step, feel free to come through. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.